Now that we've created our frequency table, let's go ahead and look at creating a histogram.
Here's the frequency table that we created higher up on the page. And now I'm going to look, what's the tallest bin I have? 16. So I want to make sure that my chart has 16 units on it. So let's see how many we got on this page, all right? Might have to go pretty far. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let me just make an extra one down here just in case. Alright, so this is going to be the frequency or counts. That's what you should label on it. Let me do every 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 15, 6. Okay. Now you can technically start this anywhere you want. So you don't have to start at 0 on this side, because a lot of times we don't need the plot way off to the side. So I'm going to start with my first class right here, 2. And I think I have enough space to do 6, 7, let's see, we ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 classes. There's 1 bin, 2 bins, 3 bins, 4 bins, 5 bins. There's 6 bins. Alright, so 2, we had 7. So I'm going to take this all the way up to 7 and then make the bar come across and connect it right here. This is going to be 4. And 4 we had 13, so I have to go up to 10. There's 13. Go 2 across. Bring this back all the way down. Okay? And for 6 and 7, that's 6 to 7, so it stops at 8. That will be 16. So this one goes all the way to the top. Bring this back down. Voila. And then 10 to 8, we had only 6. So that's right here. See, there's 6. And then 10 to 11, we also had 6. And then 12 to 13, which would be stops at 14, we had 2. So that's your histogram. Basically, it counts. What we did is we lumped up together the numbers we had in the dot plot, and you can start to see the shape take place here. Oh, I should say that this is you should label this sum of 2 die. And you can say histogram of the sum of 2 die. Or dice. I'm not sure which way we say it. Alright. Well, did I stop it?
So in the example that I just did, I told you to go ahead and have it 7 bins. So how many bins should we have? Well, basically we use the square root of n to estimate the number of bins, where n is the number of observations or data points. Any histogram should have at least 5 bins to give it some shape. Now you can see here I've got 50 data points, and if I take the square root of that, that's roughly 7 bins. Now, after I decide how many bins to have, then I need to figure out the width, which is basically the range of data divided by the number of bins. In this case, the range is the highest number minus the smallest. It's always that. 12 minus 2, but in this case it's 10. And 10 divided by 7 is 1.42, so we round that up to 2. Now you might ask, why do we round up on bin width? Well, remember that these bins are like buckets, and we need buckets that are big enough to hold our data. I could use a decimal bin width of 1.5, and that would be acceptable, but we prefer integer values, so round it up to 2. Now, so that gives me the following bins: 2 to 3, 4 to 5, 6 to 7, 8 to 9, 10 to 11, and 12 to 13. So you create your bins or classes, and you start at or a little before your min. In this case, I started at my min. And then just keep adding to the bin size to add the bin size to the point to get the next boundary, and repeat. Now, there are different choices for bin widths. Here we have a bin width of 1, and notice how the bars are centered on the values. Here we have a larger bin width, and changing bin width will change the shape of the histogram. Now another nice thing is that your TI-84 will actually create a histogram for you. So first of all, you enter your data in a list. And if you then you go to second stat plot, hit enter, just like we're doing for stem and leaf. Box and whisker. Make sure plot one is on, and then select histogram, which is that top right there. Make sure other plots are off. Then press graph, and if necessary, zoom 9. There you go, which is zoom stat, and then you can have it fit the screen. You can customize the bars by pressing window. X-min is the low value, which I'm changing to -6. X-max is the high value. This is for a different set of data. And here you set the bar width to 1. And you can see that the histogram changed after you press graph. And if you hit trace, you can see the different values.